What's going on, traders? Hope everybody is doing well and that you all had a good trading day. Wanted to do a little bit different of a video today. I wanted to talk about something that's been coming up quite a bit in a lot of my mentoring sessions, and it's the topic of tilt, and more specifically, tilt and over trading. So what I did today is I put together just a little bit of a presentation for you, something a little quick, to talk about, first of all, what tilt is and how throughout my journey of trading, I've been able to counteract tilt and get over it and get through it when it still presents itself in, my day-to-day trading. Have you guys ever been trading, doing well in the flow of the market, or trading in the zone, if you will? Then maybe you take a couple of bad trades, get stopped out 2 or 3 times in a row, and then start to lose control of your trading. This is called tilt. Tilt is one of the major reasons many new traders blow their account, lose their money, and often even inevitably stop trading. The term tilt is said to originally come from pinball, as players would see the ball start to fall between the gaps, and then they would try to pick up the machine and tilt it around to get it towards the flippers so they could hit the ball again. For a lot of the machine would show tilt and flash, in big bright lights, and it would suck the ball back into the machine and disqualify the turn. In the world of poker, tilt refers to when poker players find themselves in a loop of negative feedback where they essentially continue to do the same thing repeatedly, expecting different results, like overbetting or folding good hands too early, or even sometimes letting another player get in their head a little bit, and that can mess with their psychological standing. So this oftentimes leads to an emotional breakdown and, of course, intense frustration, which just causes further detriment to the player or the trader. When it comes to trading, the tilt monster, as I say, can creep up in many forms. Things like FOMO, fear of missing out, overtrading, distractions, all very, very common triggers for going on tilt. One of the most common triggers that send someone on tilt in the world of trading is multiple losses in a row and the inability to walk away from the desk after taking that loss or series of losses. We as humans typically hate to lose. We especially hate to lose money. And most people naturally hate being wrong and will typically do anything they can to avoid it. Most people don't exactly enjoy stepping out of their comfort zone either. And this includes, doing or participating in things that don't necessarily feel good, but may be good for us in the long run, like exercising or eating healthy. And that last point can also equate to being okay with taking losses in the world of trading. Being okay with taking losses and being good at taking losses is good for you in the long run. If you don't know how to take losses, if you can't take the hit on the chin and not be affected psychologically, you probably will not be a very good trader. And that is something that most traders, once they get the technicals down, really need to work on. Being stoic and being able to take a loss or a series of losses, take the hit on the chin, and play the next play, essentially. So when we as traders have difficulty taking losses, we begin to revenge trade, we begin to fight the market and force our view upon the market. This is something we can truly never do and be successful in trading at the same time, because we must always be open to interpret the information that the market is giving us as opposed to forcing our view upon the market. Just because we think the market's going to go up and we want to take a long, it doesn't mean that the market's going to go up. It actually probably means that the market's going to do the opposite of what you want because you're not interpreting properly. So, with all of that said, if you feel yourself or you see yourself doing some or any combination of the following, like revenge trading, trading not to lose, getting angry or frustrated after a loss or a series of losses, blaming the market for your lost trade or your poor trade management, not accepting or allowing for variance in your system, which is essentially just letting the numbers work themselves out. Now, I'll expand on that a little bit. What I mean by that is like a casino. A casino has a statistical edge. They know that over a large series of spins, hands, whatever, they're going to win a certain number, based on their edge. So, same thing with a profitable trading system. Once you have your trading edge, you have to allow for variance in your system. We know that even the best of the best trading systems are still going to have losses involved, so you must allow for those losses and treat them as variance. So, aside from variance, you must make sure that you're not blaming anybody but yourself for your trading mistakes. And if you catch yourself doing that, that is definitely a trigger and something that you can notice and possibly and hopefully stop yourself before you essentially continue to go on tilt and trade poorly. So if you catch yourself doing that, it's a good idea to walk away. If you catch yourself doing any of these things at the very base level, it's a really good idea to just walk away from the desk a little bit. Now, the last thing we have here is not being able to walk away from the computer, especially after a loss or a series of losses. This can be very, very difficult for some people. Some people have physical difficulty with moving themselves away from their trading setup after they've taken a loss or a series of losses because they feel so deeply within their bones that they need to make that money back immediately, right away. They can't even walk away for a few minutes and take a break. That is a huge trigger and a huge sign of probably going on tilt if you're not going on tilt already. So, what can you do to counteract those things? We have a list of 5 tips that has really helped me significantly throughout my entire trading journey with managing my mindset to becoming a consistently profitable trader. The 5 tips to avoid tilt and overtrading are: number 1, this is a situation where I felt like I was overtrading. I knew that if I continued to do the same thing over and over again, take too many trades, not be picky about my trade setups, that I would continue to lose and wouldn't find any evidence of improvement anywhere. So I had to change something. So what I did when I started trading, when I realized that something had to change, that I couldn't just keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, these are the 5 things that I implemented. I held myself to 5 trades per day. Now this means up to 5 trades, and it's not a requirement, like I have to take 5 trades every single day. This made it so I was picky about my setups, so I knew that I only had 5 tries to make money during the session. And if I didn't take good setups, then I was quite literally wasting my time taking low probability setups, and I wasn't, again, making any progress. So when I forced myself to only take a specific amount of trades per day, it made me more picky. It made me more analytical. I didn't care about my P&L. I started to care about where my setups were presenting themselves because I knew I only had 5 shots. So, number 2, if I took 2 consecutive losses in a row, I, at the very minimum, would take a 15-minute break from my trading. This meant completely detaching from all things trading, no looking at charts, no looking at my phone, no looking at trading chats, nothing, for at least 15 minutes, and more if I needed to. Number 3 ties into number 2. If I came back to the charts and I could clearly, calmly, and consciously see what I did incorrectly from an analytical point of view, I would consider getting back into the markets with small size on a high probability setup. Some days we're just not going to be feeling it or not going to be seeing things right off the bat. That's okay, and it's going to happen. If we can be prepared for that and have a system to walk away, take a little break, take a breather, come back to the charts with a clear mind and good focus, we can often come back to the charts and say, okay, this is what I did wrong on this setup, so let me correct this. If I see this setup present itself again, I'll do this differently next time. That is good change. That is doing something consciously different to improve your performance after taking your break. That is the goal. Now, number 4, if I was still struggling to see what I did incorrectly, if I came back to the charts after my break and I was still feeling emotional, still feeling uncomfortable, Perhaps I needed a longer break, or perhaps it just wasn't my day. And that is another big thing to think about. As a trader, we're not going to have winning days every day. I know it sounds crazy to a lot of people that get into trading and just want to win, 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 which, join the club. But you're not going to. And the sooner you become okay with not winning, and the sooner you become better at losing, and the sooner you practice losing, you practice taking a loss, taking a series of losses, and walking away, the much better trader you will become. So number 5 is a big thing. And again, that kind of ties into the end of number 4. Not every day will be my day as a trader. That's okay. It is okay. This is a game of numbers, and again, we must allow variance in our system. When we are okay with some days being losing days, when we are okay with some trades being losing trades, then we are less focused on the outcome and we are more focused on the process. When you're focused on the process, it allows you to interpret the market information properly, and it really allows you to be a consistently profitable trader over time. I hope this has been helpful for you guys, and I really am passionate about trading psychology and the inner workings of where we need our mind to be in order to trade profitably every single day, or more days than not. And I would really encourage you guys to dig deep into your own psychology, into what makes you tick as a person, and within that, you will typically find a lot of how you can improve as a trader. For me, it was doing very simple things like having structure, making myself take breaks, meditation, mindfulness practice, exercise, really simple things that don't necessarily have a ton to do with trading directly, but have impacted my trading significantly. And keeping all of these things in mind, I think will impact everyone who watches this video and their trading significantly as well. So if you guys enjoyed the content in this video, if you want to learn more about trading psychology, if you want to learn more about the things that helped me trading psychology and mindset wise in my journey, please feel free to like and subscribe to our channel. You can find our free Facebook group in the description below, where you can find my daily trade plans as well based on market profile. You can also find access to our website, thetradingnetwork.io, where you will see information about my one-on-one mentorship programs, where you can have access to me for an hour a day for 4 weeks, 10 weeks, and a couple other program lengths to help you with anything you need in your trading journey. In addition to that, we also just released a brand new comprehensive trading course called The Fundamentals of Futures Trading, and you can also find that in the description. With that, I want to thank you guys for being a part of the Trading Network, and I will see you in the next video.